internally, right? When I speak with some people internally, some compliance guys internally that also work in one or two fintechs, right? The assumption is always that we always laugh about it, that it seems like if it seems like your first, out of your first 1,000 users on every new platform, like seems like maybe 20 to 30% of them are fraudsters or something like that, because it seems like fraudsters are always like the first adopters, right, for every major stuff that comes up. Right. It's a common joke within the space, but it's a very important question that you've asked, and one that is very pregnant to how almost all fintechs operate today, right? So how do you fight fraud, cybercrime, money laundering, and related crimes? Firstly, you need to take your KYC seriously. If you're really serious about fighting fraud and crime, right? You need to take your AML seriously. You need to take your KYC seriously. You need to truly know your customer, right? And knowing your customer is beyond just the ID verification that you do, right? It goes beyond that. You need to study the pattern of customers' transactions and stuff on your platform, just basically for you to understand the users properly before you that way you can get to at the minimum understand how they behave, and you can act accordingly. Then something that I also say is that you need to take AML checks seriously. Spend no expense whatsoever in getting AML checks services. AML checks, that's anti-money laundering, right? AML checks are usually not cheap. I don't know whether VerifyMe does AML checks for Nigerians, but for Nigerian businesses. But I know that most of the services that we plug into for AML checks are mostly foreign companies, and they charge in dollars. These things are not cheap at all, right? And yeah, but like you need to just, again, it's a problem for when you are a small company. You really do not want to do some of these things. So a lot of small tech companies rely on their payment processors to do some of these checks for them, right? Again, because if you are processing monies, you want to be sure that you are using payment processors that do AML checks and stuff, right? So that you don't get to take up that cost. But by the time you get up to a certain level as a tech company and you begin to get a lot of users, you should take up that cost on your own and also try to understand your customers yourself, right? So take AML seriously.
For us, at VerifyMe and at Core ID, which is our B2B brand, we don't see a separation between the identity verification, the AML check, the consumer analytics. In fact, what we tell our customers is you can know more about your customer at the point of onboarding. There's no reason why you cannot have, the identity verified, have some kind of financial profiling, do an AML check, check, a criminal background, for any flags, for anything that can be reported, all in seconds at the same time. And I guess this is why, by the way, VerifyMe is here, because we are really here to link businesses to the trusted identities, but also to the data, functional data associated with those trusted identities. So we're fast approaching a time where there's really no separation about, between, all these types of checks. It's not just about identity for KYC companies anymore, especially when we talk about going beyond identity, going beyond APIs. Really, this is what we mean in terms of not telling our customers just who somebody is, but we really are at this point telling our customers what somebody is. And I think that we need to have a lot more socialization and engagement with the industry and with our customers, and even customers to be, right, to show them that there really is a space for us to provide so much more powerful KYC for them, where they don't have to do so much. They can focus on their core business and let an operator like Core ID do a lot of the KYC.